Coach, obviously not the result you were hoping for tonight. Just what are some of your big takeaways right away from this game?
Just really impressed with Santa Clara and Michael's doing a great job and just really respect that program and, the tradition that they've had forever and ever. And I just thought they got the ball into the hands of people that really hurt us a lot. Couldn't quite get stops when we needed them. They seemed like they had dagger shots at all times. Ultimately, I thought we got a little more aggressive in the second half and handled it a little bit better. But a second quarter that has, you score 7 points, you just kind of doom yourself. And we just keep having these droughts and these scoring problems. And until we fix that, it's going to be a long season. But a lot of things to like about this stat sheet. Except stat sheet doesn't matter. It's all about the winning score and losing score, and we were on the back end of that tonight.
You mentioned those droughts, kind of, something you've noticed throughout the season. How do you guys as a coaching staff go about addressing something like that?
Again, we'll watch the film and see the quality of shots that we're getting. I know I didn't feel like we were rebounding very good during that stretch, but, it's still the same thing. I didn't love how we were guarding in the first quarter, but at least we were keeping up and handling everything. Our starters seemed to do a little bit more, their better rhythm. Again, we've got to just keep going to the bench and growing these young players and getting a little bit more out of them. And they've got to figure out some things and make sure that if they're not making shots, they're helping us win in other ways. So I just felt like we were when it didn't go in, we weren't affecting the game on the other end of the floor. We let it affect us, and obviously they outscored us big in that, and we were behind the 8 ball after that. And then just, again, over and over and over, they had big-time players make some really big shots at the rim and get to the foul line, which kept us, arm's length.
Felt like in that second quarter you mentioned their defense was giving you guys a little bit of trouble. Just what were they showing you defensively that was so difficult?
Well, I'm not sure about that. We're 5 of 30 from 3, and I think some of them were bad decisions by our players. We took some bad shots. Maybe that's going to be some of those plays, but I think we're going to look at the film and see that a lot of these players. I can remember all 3 of Jenna's shots were exactly what we want to get, and she missed those, I think, all in the second quarter. Really good looks from our best players on the court that shoot the best, and they didn't go in. Now, that definitely is them and their rhythm and what they were doing to us, and we have to adjust. And when that's not going in, we have to find, some options in other places, which I thought we did from Alex. I thought she had a tremendous night tonight. We just, again, this game it's just going to get to the point where you got to get to 70, 75. You can't live on 62 points and win games.
Despite this loss, you guys are still 3-1 in conference play. Just how are you feeling about where you guys are at this point in the season overall?
I just take it one day at a time. I think that's a big picture, and we look down the road. I just want to come into practice tomorrow and make sure we have the attention of our kids, and we gotta see a great response from our players in order for us to have any kind of chance against a great team coming in here on Saturday that we have a long history with and it knows a lot about winning in their system. So this is a tough one to swallow, but I think this is a really good example of how hungry teams can outplay and outwork other teams. And I think we got a little bit outworked, and maybe we're a little too casual tonight, and that's a problem from my standpoint as far as a coach, and we've got to make sure that doesn't happen on Saturday.
Thanks, Coach.
Go Cougs.